The Battle of Lodi, the Siege of Acre, the Battle of Marango, the Battle of Eylau, and finally the Battle of Leipzig. Will the new Emperor Napoleon and his French army hold its grip over Europe, or will history repeat itself once again? Now, the Austro-Hungarian army stages a bold defense at the Battle of Lodi, with the strategic objective to hold the bridge no matter the cost. But Napoleon has some other ideas. Leading from the front line, Napoleon and his men will make an almost suicidal charge directly over the bridge in an attempt to break the Austrian defenses. Will it be successful? Well, there's only one way to find out. Alright, here we go. I suspect we're about to see some brutal bloodshed over here. Let's see, the first volley goes in, and look how many units go down as a result of that. The defenses for the Austro-Hungarians have just been blasted. A hole has just been punched into the front line, and in the cannon comes, taking down even more of the Austro-Hungarian defenders. And would you look at the French soldiers making a suicidal charge over the bridge. But actually, looks like most of them are going to survive. Some grenadiers are popping off some shots. They are all clumped up, but look how many of them are getting into this battle. And we've only got a pocket of Austro-Hungarian defenders over here making their final stand. We've got a couple more over here, but these guys are just being firing lined back here, and any second, there we go. The Austro-Hungarians have gone down, and the French army claimed their very first victory. Alright, now we move over to the Siege of Acre, where the Ottomans are holding out against the French. Reinforcing the Ottoman defenders is not one, but two British ships that are fully equipped with men and cannons, ready to help fight off the French army. Will this French army, under the capable command of Napoleon, manage to break through British and Ottoman defenses? Let's put that theory to the test. Alright, here we go. It looks like the cavalry is moving in, but immediately I think it just got shot by the cannons, but the cannons didn't actually kill them, and that means that this cavalry is about to make its way onto the British ships, and this is not a good start for the Brits. In fact, look at this ship over here. The exact same thing is happening. These British reinforcements are probably not going to be too much help to these Ottoman defenders. Let's look back up top. Let's see, can this cavalry take down this entire ship? It looks like it's actually going to manage, and the French army over the other side is actually about to board the British ship, but the cannon gets a clutch shot right there and wipes out these French soldiers. That's actually a lot of French going down in just 1 second. In fact, the cannon might get a second shot off. Oh, it just goes down. Let's look over the other side here. Over the other side, it looks like we've got one defender remaining, and Napoleon himself takes him down before getting slapped off the side of the boat by his own cavalry. Is Napoleon gonna drown? Okay, no. He has managed to survive another day. Let's see how the fight against the Ottomans is gonna go. This is the Siege of Acre. The Ottoman defenders, with support of the Brits, definitely look like they're gonna hold on to this battle, and down he goes, but he's not out for the count, not yet. Back he gets on his feet, and now he's really done for now. Rip Napoleon floating in the water. He is down and out for the count. All the French have left is this one cannon right down the back of the map, and believe it or not, I don't think it's going to be enough to take down all of these Ottoman defenders. But saying that, stranger things have happened. This is totally accurate battle simulator. No. Cancel that. It's gone. And he didn't even get a shot off. Now, in the Battle of Marango, the Austro-Hungarians think that they have the French on the run. Only a small French army stands in their way, and the Austro-Hungarians have them surrounded. But little do they know, Napoleon and the rest of his army are also now moving up to engage the Austro-Hungarians. The Austro-Hungarians might win this battle, but they are definitely going to lose the war. Alright, let's watch the opening volley from the Battle of Megiddo. Who is going to take the upper hand here? Oh my goodness me. It looks like the French all got their shots off first, and the Austro-Hungarians all the way along this line have been chopped to pieces here. They're supposed to win this part of the battle and then lose when the reinforcements arrive, but they are now returning fire, which does mean that they are going to now do some serious damage over here. And as we can see, impact chopping through those lads, but not before the French artillery managed to get their shots off. And I have no idea what just happened there. Why? The Austro-Hungarians, half of them have still not even shot, but now it looks like the Austro-Hungarians have finally decided to shoot, and some of these swordsmen are moving up, but we do now have the reinforcements are entering the battle for the French army. We've also got more cannon fire here, which is going to be doing a little bit bit of friendly fire, but look, this reinforcement army means business. These guys are going to be piling through. The remaining Austro-Hungarians, they did manage to take those few guys down. There are actually still a couple of these guys left alive here, and now we've only got a handful of Austro-Hungarians left as Napoleon and his reinforcement army enters the battlefield, much to the surprise of the Austro-Hungarians, who have all but been destroyed. And down the last unit goes any second now. There we go. And the Battle of Megiddo is another French victory. Now, in the Battle of Eylau, the French have dug in for the winter, and they thought the Russians would do the same. So much to the French defenders' surprise, a Russian army now moves in on their position. Now, the French army are caught off guard, but they manage to muster up a defensive front line. But the Russians are very well prepared for this attack, and they are moving in with no time to spare. But thankfully for these French defenders, they are not alone. An entire French cavalry unit is moving in on their position to alleviate the attack. This cavalry is going to charge down the Russian soldiers' lines and try to break their formations in order to keep the French army alive. Will the French defenders hold out for long enough for the cavalry to arrive, or will the Russians make quick work of these soldiers and then turn around to face the cavalry? Well, whatever the case, this battle is going to be a bloodbath. In the initial volley goes, and let's see how much damage those muskets do. These guys are all clumped up in one big line, and more and more and more of these lines are coming in and doing damage. It's an actual frozen bloodbath. The Battle of Eylau, none of these defenders, there's literally like 2 guys left alive here. Look at these Russian lines, and the cannons are only now taking their shots. This is just not a good start for the French defenders. The cavalry did not make it in time, but that does not matter because the French cavalry charges here. Let's see these guys enter the battlefield. In they go, and the Russians are going to be getting cut down. Now, this is just a frozen bloodbath. The Russian soldiers are just being picked off one by the French cavalry. Will the Russian soldiers manage to take down the French cavalry, or will one single French cavalry charge be enough to win this battle? Now, there are still quite a lot of Russians over on this side here. In fact, there's actually still quite a few of them. These cavalry units need to take down these musketmen incredibly quickly, otherwise the musketmen, yeah, there we go. Man, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's a swarm. It is feeding time. Let's go. And there we go. The Battle of Eylau comes to an end with a brutal French cavalry charge. Now, in the Battle of Leipzig, Napoleon and his army is going to make one of their biggest last stands. But who is tough enough to take on Napoleon and his experienced French army? Well, in fact, we've got a European coalition including Sweden, the Prussians, the Austro-Hungarians, and the Russian Empire. Will this coalition of European nations finally be enough to take down the French Empire and finally overthrow the French Emperor? Alright, here we go. Let's begin this battle. The first shot's going in, and the French have taken the heat already. Let's see. It looks like the French have already lost a bunch of their artillery. Look how many musket shots just went through these guys here. Let's see if the French are gonna be able to hold on. That right there is a big cannon shot into the Russians. Let's see if the Austro-Hungarians, the Prussians, or the Swedish army fare any better. The cavalry is moving in. In fact, they're just gonna come sweeping up these stairs. Is the cannon from the French, is he gonna get a shot off? No, he doesn't. The Swedish cavalry is storming in here. That is terrifying, and a double kill. Boys, this is not going well. Have they got any cannons left? The only cannon they've got is they have this cannon guarding these stairs, but the Russians are already making an advance on the final French position, and things are really not looking good for these soldiers. And also, look how far the Swedish cavalry is unstoppable. I do not believe it. They have just... Okay. That was absolutely insane. That cavalry just destroyed the French army, and the Battle of Leipzig was the last defeat and failure to the French army, and Napoleon's body is probably in this mess somewhere. I mean, the Austro-Hungarians barely even had time to join the battle. Yeah, look at these guys over here. They were just completely left in the dirt, whilst the absolutely insane Swedish cavalry just cleaned up the last units. Look, they've sent this guy over the edge, and they're going to be going down with him. Alright, that was some totally accurate battle simulator Napoleonic wars. If you want to see more tabs battles like that, then don't forget to head down below and hit that shiny red subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed that battle, don't forget to like and comment down below because it really helps the channel grow, which means that I can create more tabs battles like this one. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching this totally accurate battle simulator video, and I will catch you again in the next one.